Okay, hello and welcome back, my Royal Rogues. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Royal Rogue, and we're back on another live stream tonight. I don't know if I'm going to make this Sunday live streams a bit more frequent. You know that on Sundays, on weekends, all the news from the Royals begin to slow down a bit. Maybe this is part of that slow news day. This is normal on Saturdays and Sundays, and maybe we'll be hosting this live stream more frequently. Let me see your comments. Who is here and from where? Let me check everything. Everything is going nice. The technical side of things. By the way, next week I I might have some issues with my studio, but I will still be making videos for you and my other channels. But you've been warned. Okay, yes, it's green tie day. This is green tie. Green it was. Yes, UK, Lithuania, Florida here. Oh my God, this is going really fast, the chat, but you don't like slower chat, so I'm gonna leave that chat like that. Let me see. From where? Let me see your. Yeah, I should get a tie of rich Corinthian leather, like Ricardo Montalban. I love that ad. That ad is legendary. Hello from New Mexico. Susan, hello. Belfast as well is here. Hello from Italy. Tammy, hello. England. Illinois. Have you hit the like button yet? This all that I ask you is all right, west of Scotland. Let's wait a couple minutes, maybe 3 minutes in. Close to 1,000 Royal Rogue is watching now. Let's start talking about this topic. Let's try to make sense of this. You know that something that I could be talking before this is something that happened in these days. By the way, the studio issues is part of the reason I did not have a video yesterday. You know that I do my best to make videos every day, no matter what. Some of them are better than others. Some of them are live streams. If you like, you also have my videos now in shorts. I'm gonna be like cutting them in shorter versions. So if you like one part of any recorded video, you can go to the shorts on my page, and you can find the short, and so you can share that specific part of any video. I'm doing that. I'm trying to do my best to give you all the formats you want. And of course, the studio needs some kind of work, and that's why I could not have a video yesterday. But yesterday I was going to talk about this. Yeah, the green. I love green, by the way. One of my favorite colors, and orange. Yeah, that's why my glasses have this orange line right below them. But oh my God, gingerbread. New picture for BetterUp. New picture for BetterUp. Why is this? Why did they feel that they had to change gingerbread's picture? Why was it necessary? And why is this picture chosen? You know that this picture is just a newer version or a high contrast version of a previous one that we had already seen a long time ago, the one on the left, which is regular contrast. So what they are doing is a higher contrast. His skin is going to look whiter or paler. I don't know how to say that. Like yeah, whiter could be, or lighter. Maybe lighter is the right word here. And his hair is gonna look darker. So whatever scalp is seen through his hair is gonna be like this guy's through that darker hair. So maybe it's that is part of the effect that they want to achieve with that new picture. Look, healthier, I know, younger, hairy. And that stuff of hair is a complete matter. Thank you for giving the scoop on the royal issues. A super chat from J. D. Stella Doro. I'm native Californian with a profound love for the British monarchy. Thank you, Stella. Yes, I do my best. And by the way, talking about hair, we all man, we have to deal with hair issues. I have a balding spot here. Why not? That's something that is natural as you grow older. I My hairline was slower as I was younger. As one you begin how to say that you begin have that receding hairline. In my case, it's not that bad. I doesn't bother me. I don't discard at some point getting a hair transplant. By Why not go to Turkey and get it done? Yeah, why not? It's not much of a big deal. But yeah, sometimes you have to think. You have to make a decision. You either go for the actual hair transplant. You disappear for, I don't know, 3 months. I understand. It's they you get the follicles transplanted from your sides of the head into your scalp here, and then they grow a few days, and they all fall apart, and then they regrow, and that regrow, and then they just pick up and your hair. It's like Elon Musk. Elon Musk did a great hair transplant back in the day, like 20 years ago, and it worked like a charm. So it's just a matter of disappearing. Maybe you see at some point. Maybe if you see me and my lives and my videos with a huge cowboy hat, maybe it's like I'm getting a hair transplant and I'm trying to cover the scars and stuff. Maybe that will be the reason, but no big deal. Or maybe you can shave your head. Most men at first it's shocking, right? At first it's a total shock because you age like, I don't know, like 10 years from one day to another, but you get used to it. It's I don't think it's a big deal. I have shaved my head a couple times in my life just for fun, your kicks and giggles. Leon, thanks for your super chat. And I like, it was very clean. It was very convenient. Let's say that since I have hair, I can deal with it. But I think we have been talking a lot about Harry's hair, and it's only his fault. I don't criticize. I don't really criticize Harry for his decisions on if he has or doesn't have Photoshop or not Photoshop. I'm just pointing that out. I think they use Photoshop in here. I have a couple software that say that there are a bit of cloning stamp in this picture. I could not maybe cannot point out those because they are third-party software that is not developed by myself. So, and I haven't been able to spot it on my own. So I prefer to just, no, Harry, maybe they use some Photoshop, but no, this is not the Harry that is going on right now. This is not the Harry that we know right now. And by the way, this is the picture that was formerly in the BetterUp website. It was nicer looking facial expression. You know that this picture was taken. I was the photo shoot with Megan. I don't know, like 4 years ago. That picture was quite old. He had a nice expression, I must say. I don't know if I have a close up here. Maybe this could be called close up. Yeah, this is much better. Much nicer expression, this one. Maybe Harry was still happy. Maybe it was still those happy days from those days, but I don't know, it has changed, and it's interesting. I took a look at the other people at BetterUp to see if there had been any change as well. And yes, there were changes. And I don't know the name. I don't remember the name of this guy. I don't know if it's the CEO or whatever, the head honcho at BetterUp. He also had a much more smiley picture, and he opted for the serious one. Maybe they want to tell people that they are serious about their life coaching and stuff, or whatever they are doing with people, whatever they are trying to do with people on the tech industry, which has a huge fallout. And you know that Harry Silicon Valley startup to lay off workers. It was at the start of August, if I remember correctly, or at the end of July. Lays off 16% of workforce. That must be the reason they are serious now. Oh my God, we cannot be smiling anymore. Trouble in Paradise. And as well, I had this, and I had mentioned in my videos that the royal family finally deleted or corrected is the right word, his Royal Highness in the royal family website, which is short for it was deleted, it was eradicated, it was wiped out. Uh, Harry's spot was very large in Japan. Yeah, there was no way of many hair makeup back then. Although the message to the Invictus Games, he had this nice. I don't know. It's something that you are one is trying to figure out what's going on. Why doesn't he just go with it? Realize it's like in this was at the Jubilee, right? The Platinum Jubilee. That well, you could see that he had this balding patch on his head. And what's the matter? All right, and Harry was trying to look intelligent. Interesting question, Jenny. Let me see. She trying to look intelligent? I don't know, because he looked much more professional in the previous picture, a black and white picture with a at least with a blazer, with a jacket. Now it's his regular. Oh, look how cool I am! Just a shirt and that hippie necklace that he uses. Uh, I don't know. It's like a downgrade. It's like a downgrade. Things not going well in Montecito. I don't know. I have complete doubts, absolute doubts that they're still living at their Montecito house or they're living anywhere else. But I don't think they are living at the 16 bathroom crib anymore. I don't know. Maybe they will prove me wrong at some point. You know that this is a very fun game. That being a royal commentator, and when people pay attention to you, I think I used to have more articles mentioning my analysis and my stuff on the Daily Abscess, the Daily Fail, and all those media. But I think that when I realized that they were changing the things that I said, and I began to point out those inconsistencies, and I began to criticize them, calling them the Daily Abscess, the Daily Fail. Somehow, for some reason, I was never featured again. Not that I care, right? It's not that I care. They were writing with my content. By the way, I sometimes feature them, I sometimes mention them, but I was a bit uncomfortable, especially with the way they change things I said, especially about the Prince and Princess of Wales. Former picture is better, in my opinion. I agree, Laura. I agree with you. But then I have distraction, not distraction like the captions. This traction or influence, this influence. I am not an influencer. Maybe I am, okay, and at a moderate scope. I'm not gonna think that I'm something. I'm big in YouTube, but YouTube is like an ecosystem. But what happens? That you say something about, I have doubts that the Montecito duo are still living in Montecito, and you see that days later or 1 week later, they appear at the Montecito crib, or new pictures of Archie and Lily at their home, and you say, "Hey, it's like they are reacting to what I said. It cannot be a coincidence." And it has happened quite a few times, more times than to think that it was a coincidence. So it's like a game. At some point, it's like a game. I have a lot of fun with this. I told you that the body language guy is gonna make a comeback there. Has been a lot of work trying to get all the tech. I got a new camera, by the way. This is the one that gets those new shots. As I'm telling you, that I have that in my head because I have to move a lot of things here. But that's the one that has all these waste shots that you see on my videos now, and the shorts that appear on those YouTube shorts. But it's nice to have this feedback that I say any kind of thing here, and they just react. It's like, yes, Megan is watching, Megan is reading my tweets or my videos, or at least has an intern reading my tweets and watching my videos. So it's really fun to say, "Hi, hello, Megan." I'm sure that she is around here in the comments. Anne Marie, Anne Marie. I remember that Anne Marie was the first super chat ever on the Royal Rogue. I still wonder why so many men do worry about male pattern hair loss. From my perspective, it looks very manly and sophisticated when men embrace it as a part of them. I know that I am not alone in with my opinion. I think it hugely depends on the man. For example, you see Jason Statham. Jason Statham has this huge hairline that reaches the half of his here, the top of his head. So he just shaves it, but you realize that he still has hair on the rest of his head. But he has shaved his head from forever since we know him. I think the first time I saw Jason Statham movie was The Transporter. I was blown away. I love Luc Besson movies, by the way, and I say, "Oh, how cool! This is the next action hero." And yeah, it's like you go just shave your head and move on with your life and make it a non-issue. But it's like Coco Chanel that talk about women's dresses, that women have to make sure that the dress, that people do not pay attention to the dress itself, but to the woman. All right. So if everybody's talking about your hair, then people are going to be looking at your hair and not listening to your words. That's the problem. Wonder how much he pays his barber. So, and I don't know, maybe it's Megan herself who cuts his hair. Hi, Megan. Hope you're enjoying the comments. Yeah, Megan is right there. Maybe, Megan, why don't you send a super chat? Megan should send super chats as well. I keep Megan relevant all the time, every day. It's something I should be paid for that. I don't get checks from Kensington Palace or Buckingham Palace. No, not the first check. Still waiting. I should get checks from Montecito or I don't know, Saint Isidro Ranch, whatever, whatever suits you best, Megan. Harry and Meghan love the Royal Rogue, of course. I keep them top of mind in everyone's minds. I hope they do tune into your videos. Yes, I'm sure they do. Some of you saying that BetterUp is a farce. Oh yeah. There's a coldness in his eyes in the new photo. I agree with that, Lynn, as well. Yeah, it was much more. It's incredible, but the new picture is a color picture, and the previous one is in black and white, and the previous one is much more warm. than the current picture. That is interesting. That's body language. Body language is so important to tell stories, to project emotions, to everything. Megan should super subscribe. Yeah, she should super subscribe to the Royal Rogue. Uh, I think they dropped this rumor on purpose. Well, let's go to the rumor. What we're talking about. Why is King Charles and Harry going to have this meeting in London? Because Harry will be traveling back from Dusseldorf. I believe it's going to be September 17, if I remember correctly. And he's going to be touching on London. As far as we know, the king is going to be there. And who knows if he's gonna be having that conversation with King Charles. Oh my God, 2300 2300 Royal Rogues. I sometimes mess up with my English numbers. 2300 Royal Rogues watching right now. More than 2000. Oh my God, that's so many of you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hitting the like button. I'm trying to read all your comments. I cannot answer all your comments. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, the check's in the mail. I'm going to check my mail right now. All right. Yeah, I should receive $1 million from Megan as well. The British people will tar and feather Harry and Meghan. I could generate that on Midjourney. You know, you have a very strange suggestion for my AI images. And I thought of generating them live, but Midjourney sometimes has this crazy things that, oh my God, no, that I cannot show you. I cannot show you that publicly. What you see of my images, my memes, and etc., is the result of filtering whatever comes out of the AI image generator. Sometimes it's very disturbing, so we need to be careful about that. Oh, it's interesting. Lady B of Bell Size. I always featuring Lady B on my videos. January, April, September 2022, January, April, August 2023. Peace talks on a quarterly basis. Oh, you are spot on. It's like a frequency, right? Oh, it's like it's already scheduled. Those peace talks. They have those peace talks. Oh my God, the uh, fame, popularity, the cloud is declining. They had to go near the royal family as fast as they can to get some kind of cloud back. Say, and it's important to say that the talks are gonna be without Megan. Without Megan, the spiritual guru. Spiritual guru, thanks for the super chat. All right. All right. Oh yeah, people were mentioning Corey Vitiello, by the way, on Twitter these days. And Maxi Babe left that hunk of Corey Vitiello for this ginger whiner. Yes, it's that. That is true. That is true. The begging bowl. Oh, I love alliterations. You know, when two words start with the same letter. Begging bowl. Thanks, Angela. But I think that's it. If Harry and Meghan started a podcast on YouTube or a YouTube channel, it should be called The Begging Bowl. The Begging Bowl with your hosts, Harry and Methane. Oh my God. Yeah, genetic pain. So many people talking about genetic pain. What's this? What's this? With all this stuff, why is so many, suddenly, maybe it's not that many. Maybe it's not that many. Maybe they are just loud. So many accounts trying to pit King Charles and Queen Camilla against Prince William and Catherine. I want to understand. Of course, everything is part of an agenda. They want to create this kind of a division that they want to like point every single way William doesn't do as planned. And every time William opens his mouth is to steal uh, the spotlight from the king. I am pretty sure that King Charles is very well advised, and he must be clear that in regards to popularity and who can carry the image of the royal family, it could be William and Catherine. Why not? And their kids. Why not? So you have the king and the queen. Excellent. Perfect. Perfect couple. But it's in terms of brand and image and ambassadors. But people want to make it seem like every time William or Catherine do something, they are trying to steal the spotlight from the king or trying to make headlines. And when they do nothing, when William and Catherine do nothing, then they are doing nothing. They are not doing enough. It's insane. They cannot win. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. And you know that I've criticized William and maybe Catherine. I don't know. Maybe I remember that one of my, maybe was my third video of the Royals on my Body Language Guy channel. I mentioned something about Catherine, was not a criticized. I criticized way more William, like 2 or 3 times. But for the most part, I think they have been doing a very good job with the image of the royal family, with the being like brand ambassadors. It's like the Princess Royal, Princess Anne. She's a brand ambassador. She is not only a senior royal, but she is the embodiment of that royal family, of the royal family. It's like, I don't know how to say this. It's like it's beyond a senior royal, something that is the image that she is carrying. For example, it's like Mike and Zara Tyndall, which are not working royals, right? But their image, many people admire them. Maybe many people admire them. So that is part of the brand of the royal family. And you might remember that both Sarah was the one that was in that moment at the Platinum Jubilee. Was the one who was trying to talk with, uh, especially with Harry, maybe more with Harry than Meghan. And you know that Mike also had that story of um, was like punching Harry. I don't remember correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong. Like punching Harry or something. Oh, thank you, spiritual guru as well. 20 bucks as well. Thank you. Thanks for that. And that super chat. So it's something, if you want the royal family, not the firm, not something that's as cold as a concept as the firm. I always say the firm. I remember that movie, that Tom Cruise movie. You remember that movie? Say the firm if you remember that Tom Cruise movie. It was very, very good movie, very suspenseful movie. The firm, but in this case, it's not the firm. It's the royal family. Of course, in the term family is very appropriate because you want that image to be like a family, okay, like a family to you, and that's something that that took me a bit to understand. I only watched the movie. I only watched the Tom Cruise movie, The Firm, and Laura as well, and Caroline. Laura, could you? Oh my God, I like this. I like this. Miranda, in my opinion, Catherine can do no wrong. You know that I I agree. Let's say how can I say this? I think it's maybe I'm gonna highlight your comment again. Catherine can do no wrong. I think she could do wrong, but she knows how to, I don't know, manage whatever is her part and all of this, and she knows how to do it very well for the media as a working royal. So the only thing that they can is repeat over and over again is the Rose Hambury uh, gossip that is completely unfounded. And even the guy that started the rumor already said that he was drunk at the back of a cab and he made that up on the fly. That's all that they have on that. So Catherine is the kind of figures, and maybe Prince William as well. I would say that Prince William as well, that you just certainly don't have anything of them on them. It's like William never went to a Halloween party dressed as a you know what, yeah, that faction on World War II, that kind of things, you know. He was never naked. He never played naked poker at Las Vegas and that stuff. I don't want to compare. I want to say that I'm going to compare the two brothers because apples and oranges, but that's the kind of things that how can you attack someone who has played by the book and you know who taught him, William, to play by the book? Was Her Majesty the late Queen Elizabeth II. Queen Elizabeth helped or taught William how to deal with all the media stuff and all the possible scandals and all the stuff. Thank you, Cheryl. Video game controllers. Oh, it's a super sticker. Thank you for your $20 super sticker, Cheryl. Thanks for that. So that's something that gives me a bit of anxiety. It's like now that we're talking about video games, Cheryl sent a video game controller. It happens to me a lot when I'm playing video games. And maybe there's a very difficult level that I have to play perfectly from beginning to end. And you are near the end of the video and you have played it, the end of the level, and you have played it to a T, and you're about to finish perfectly, and you begin to get anxious because you have been flawless up to that point, and you want to continue that streak. And that's something that happens with William and Catherine. Oh my God, there's nothing that the media can say about them. They have to make up things. The media has to make up things. All right, this is the name of a movie, maybe. Spiritual Guru, From Palace to Parking Lot. I like that alliteration. Written and directed by Has-Been and Mega Liar, and starring Has-Been and Mega Liar. This is an on-point question, JAT. Very good question. Do you think Megan had Zendaya in mind for the movie Meet Me by the Lake when she met her sometime last year? Interesting. Maybe not for that book itself. You remember that they bought the rights to the book Meet Me by the Lake. It was in fact Netflix who shelled out the money to buy those rights, and they're planning to make a movie on that book. Thank you, Bexta, for your super sticker. But the issue is that book was written, or that's what we think, in just a couple months, maybe 2 or 3 months. That's what we think. What we think happened, because that writer, I forgot her name right now, the author of that book. She wrote a book that went viral on TikTok last year. Everyone on TikTok was talking about the book. It was a romance book, a romantic book. You know that those books, when they get viral, everyone reads them. Thank you, Tom, for your super chat. And After that book became viral on August last year, then we had Meet Me by the Lake, which, by the way, the words Meet Me by the Lake were trending only, I think it was on April or May of this year, like 1 month before the book's release. So I doubt that Megan knew about that book. I know that Megan met with Zendaya and, in fact, with Tom Holland as well. I think it was in 2021, if I remember correctly, 2 years ago. So I think maybe they still had this star power, Megan and Harry, and they were thinking about, hey, we can produce um, content like movies or TV shows that will be nice. We have to talk to A-listers, and Zendaya and Tom Holland were hot at the moment after the movie No Way Home. They just exploded in popularity. And then Zendaya did this, was I think it was Euphoria, and Tom had another project. So they are white hot right now. But back then, maybe back then in 2021, their star power was a bit level. So that's why Zendaya and Tom, agreed to meet them back then. I don't think that would happen right now, but I could be wrong as well. Uh, but the thing is, it's like Taylor Swift. Now that we talk about rifts with Megan, thank you, Tom. I always love supporting the legend himself. Jesus, you are the best. Thank you, Tom. Thanks for that. Appreciate the super chat. It's like Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is right now with the Eras tour that's going to be all the way into 2024. Is projected to be have almost 1.5 billion in profits, in total gross revenue. Sorry, gross revenue. 1.5 billion. The only tour that gets close to Taylor, whatever Taylor Swift is doing now, was Elton John's the farewell tour. That was around 950 million. It was close to 1 billion. It did not reach 1 billion. And Taylor Swift is gonna land 1.5 billion. So it's hard to wrap your head around how massive is Taylor Swift nowadays. And I don't know where was I lost the I was talking about Zendaya, but talking about Taylor Swift. By the way, Taylor Swift appeared in a restaurant these days. She was seen, and well, was a swarm of people, like I don't know, 2,000 people around the restaurant. They had to call the police. It was insane. But okay, now I know what I was mentioning. Taylor Swift was offered the halftime of the Super Bowl, and she said pretty much like the critical drinker, "Nah, it'll be fine. I'm not gonna. I don't need that." Okay, she declined appearing in the halftime of the Super Bowl. Go figure. Okay, it's like she is so famous. She doesn't need more brand awareness. No, she is the star in terms of music right now. I think she is as it's like BTS when we talk about something that is massive. I always joke about the fans of BTS. I did a video on them on my Battle Language Guy channel, and yeah, that fan base is really, really, like, I mean, fanatic of them. All right, let me see your comments. Read your comments. Okay, this happens to me, Felipe, as well. I agree with you. I don't even remember one single song by Taylor Swift. I have nothing against her, but I don't think her songs are very memorable. But they have impact. Nonetheless, I have to say she is that famous. The what is the formula? The formula is songs about broken hearts. Like someone broke your heart. That is perfect. That is infinite. Uh, Now we're going to talk about video games. Infinite money cheat code. Make songs about a guy breaking your heart. That's it. It- it's that simple. I'm not saying that she's not talented. She is. Many say that she's just you know how they say they come see Illuminati. They pick one artist like I don't know Bad Bunny or Maluma or Taylor Swift, and they say, "Hey, you're the one who's gonna rule them all," because well, we just like to do that. Pick someone at random, and Taylor Swift was picked to be the one. I don't know. I really don't listen. The only song I've sorry the only song that I've listened of Taylor Swift is a mashup with Rammstein. I'm a big fan of Rammstein. I know lyrics to their songs, and there's one mashup of one Taylor Swift song with Du Hast from Rammstein. If after you watch live, if you like Rammstein, just go Taylor Swift Rammstein on YouTube, and you're gonna get it. I don't remember the song is called, but it's mashed up with Du Hast. And you know, if you're a Rammstein fan like me, you know that anything goes well with Du Hast. You could hate a movie. You can have a Bad Bunny song, and you mash it up with Du Hast, and it will be perfect. That it goes great with everything. Uh, Oh my God, Trooper. Oh my God, Trooper. I think Ginger Max. Ginger Max. I'm gonna write that down. Ginger Max. I love that word. Wait a second. I need to write that down. Ginger Max. I'm gonna steal that from Trooper. I'm gonna give you the a shout out on other videos because that is perfect. Ginger Max. Oh, I should have come that without myself. Should both go to a peace meeting with the king. I also think the parliament should bring back a good old witch burning on the same day. Oh my God. Oh my God. The YouTube overlords are watching. Yeah, Taylor is geared towards younger people. Towards younger people. Maybe that's why we don't maybe I should listen. I don't know her greatest hits. You know what happens once you go over 40. My over 40 friends, neuropsych, Cena, Harry on his marriage, maybe he will shake it off. Oh, maybe. I know there's a joke in there that I should understand, but I'm not getting that joke. But I'm sure that there's a joke in there. You know what happens when you cross the 40s? Okay, the four decades. Not only they say that life starts at 40. I agree wholeheartedly. I agree wholeheartedly. Life starts at 40, but it also happens. Also happens this at the same time. Like this happens with music, or at least happens to me. I don't listen to new music. It's too hard to. Oh my God, yeah, because we used to have the radio, you know that like the Queen song to the radio. I used to listen to the radio for hours. Was my friend like the Queen song. It's like that, and that's the way we discover new songs. Maybe people discover new songs right now thanks to YouTube, but I don't discover them. What do I do now? I just listen to songs that I've listened to my whole life, like 30 years ago, and I listen to them over and over again. I don't know. That's what I do. And sometimes the YouTube music algorithm, I don't know if you use Spotify or Apple Music, Sometimes they add, okay, this new song from this band that you don't know, and maybe you will like it, and that is great. But I don't think it's the same thing like those times. At the same time, it depends on the kind of music you listen to, because it's not the same. Like if I listen to heavy metal, for example, I'm a big fan of heavy metal, um, Metallica, Iron Maiden, maybe a bit heavier, Sepultura or Sonata Arctica, Nightwish. That's my vibe. Maybe some folk metal, an Elevator from Switzerland. That's my vibe, of course. Dearest Nash, I forgot how to say that. Neues deutsche Harze, right? I'm sorry about my German pronunciation is a bit rusty, but Neues deutsche Harze, that is this music from Germany with this electronica metal, Rammstein. This band has I have to look for it. I'm sorry, but I have to look for it. There's a band that has this amazing. If you like Rammstein, um, you will say, how come you love megahertz? Oh my god, I love megahertz. These people are just amazing. Megahertz, look for them. They are amazing. Oh, I like all good music except rap. Yeah, maybe rap and hip hop. It's not my cup of tea either. For example, I like 50 Cent's books. I don't like 50 Cent's music that much. I like In the Club or PIMP, and that's it. But yes, I like his books more than his music. Uh, oh my god, spiritual guru. I think Meganot should put those blue stickers all over her body. She would be so chill. She could fade away to oblivion. I don't know if those blue stickers do anything at all. I don't think they work because Megan always looks a bit stressed, a bit tense. She should have a big blue stickers, big blue sticker, a huge sticker. I don't know, on her back or something, so she can truly relax. Yeah, fellow metalhead, you're in front of a you see the suit and tie, but I like heavy metal like you don't know. Oh my God, Miranda, thank you for this. Thanks for your life. You're on my spirit animal, Royal Road. That is interesting. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, Miranda. I appreciate. All right. Taylor Swift and Ramstein, I knew you had me. You know that? I did not remember because it's a song of Taylor Swift. It's a Taylor Swift song, and I did not remember the name of her song. But I remember that it was with Ramstein. Uh, I am not able to listen to new music. My point, Jasminka. I agree with you. I am not able to listen to new music. Gladly back to 50 years ago. This now too aggressive. Yeah, we had. I don't know. We have so. There's also this guy. I'm gonna recommend you a channel. By the way, I'm gonna recommend a channel. This guy that does mashups. One of my favorite mashup channels, Bill McClintock. I'm gonna write it down here. I'm gonna recommend his channel because it's one of my favorite channels on YouTube. The guy is a genius of music. Bill McClintock. And why do I think Bill McClintock is an MF genius? There you are, Bill McClintock. Look for his channel, look for his songs, and you're gonna find, I know for a fact, I absolutely sure, 100% sure that you're gonna find at least one or two or three songs from Bill McClintock that you're gonna love. That channel is awesome, is an understatement. It's, to be fair, it's my favorite musician in YouTube, Bill McClintock. What does Bill McClintock do? He does mashups. He gets one classic rock or maybe a funk song and one metal song or a rock song and mash them up, and it's just perfect. He has a mashup of Ozzy Osbourne with I think it's Ozzy Osbourne with Donna Summer. He has a mashup of Ozzy Osbourne with Donna Summer. Look for it. I'm gonna write it down here. I have to. I cannot play it here because I will get a copyright trigger. I'm gonna recommend you Clean Talk. There, it's amazing. That's one of my favorite mashups. Bill McClintock, Ozzy Osbourne, and Donna Summer. The song is called "Flying Hot Stuff." This is amazing, just amazing. So there's so many things that we could talk in this lives. It's interesting because I think I like this format more. You know that I am used to shorter lives. I was trying to do some shorter lives, but like when we can talk about any topic. I love AC/DC, Guns N' Roses. I'm a huge Guns N' Roses fan, and if you, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna make a statement right now. And if you're a fan of Guns N' Roses, maybe let's see if you are a real fan of Guns N' Roses. And if you're a real fan of Guns N' Roses, you can be my friend. If you can say the Get in the Ring monologue from memory without cheating, because I can, then I respect you as a gunner and you can be my friend. And I don't have to explain. If you know what I'm talking about, the Get in the Ring monologue, that monologue, if you can say it out loud from memory, then yeah, we are in the same team. We are in the same team. Get in the Ring. A very underappreciated song from Guns N' Roses. Not that obscure, but in the middle has a monologue. It's not a monologue. It's like just Axel talking. You know, being a lot of curse words, very strong words. Yeah, you know that. And every time you see me singing "Get in the Ring," I go full "Get in the Ring" from beginning to end. All right, November Rain, the best song ever. Yeah, it was a masterpiece. We could be talking about music. There's so many lessons we can get from music, and so many things that we can say about. Now, when we're talking about the royal family, for example, we're talking about Charles. I'm sure that King Charles, knows that Prince William and Catherine and their kids are the brand ambassadors of the royal family to the world. That is a smart move. That is the right move to do. And I want to make some kind of analogy with the music industry with one of my favorite bands, Metallica. And the reason Metallica is still relevant to this day after what, 40 years rocking? My God, it's what, from 1981 or 1983 to this day. 40 years later, in my opinion, is thanks to their drummer, Lars Ulrich. Why thanks to their drummer? Because Lars knows how to evolve the music of the band to adapt to the times. Because at some point they were rocking like Slayer, thrash metal. At some point they were sounding a bit even like Motley Crue. At some point they were like just hard rock, not metal. It was been evolving. He's smart in that case. Okay, things are changing, like Bob Dylan said at some point. So they said, we have to adapt. Okay, maybe we are a bit like dinosaurs. We are all men now, but we have to adapt to these times. And that's why Lars came up recently with this with recording. It was like 10 songs, was versions of their songs by these Latin artists. Was absolutely insane. Okay, it was very crazy. I don't know if it was very like 10 songs by hip hop artists, by reggaeton artists, and every of course hardcore fans of Metallica went insane. Like, what is this? This is betrayal. No, no, this is not betrayal. This is trying to bring this to the younger generations, to more people to know Metallica. That's what King Charles is doing. It not should be doing. He is doing with Prince William and Catherine and the kids. That's why this kind of things. I want to mention this. I had this on a schedule as well. And the photographer that took this picture of Prince Louis is going to be nominated for an award. The nomination doesn't have directly to do with this picture itself. I must note that, but it's of course I'm sure that is his most known picture. Is I have to say it's a cute picture. Something that we are gonna remember in a cute and funny way, and in the future. But this is it. It's something that transcends what could be okay the tradition of the royal family, the centuries of the British monarchy, but bringing that to more and more public in a fun way. Why not? It's something that maybe you like this, maybe you did not like this, but it's gonna be it's a child moment, perfectly understandable. Crazy people criticizing Louis that don't pay attention to them. Just think of this as an icon, okay? An icon that just oh yeah, the royal family, yes, whatever. That is important. You might think that everything should be much more formal. I don't have a. I'm gonna put this picture here. I want to talk about this later as well. You might think that maybe that's not important. That is critical. That is critical, and that's the reason why Metallica has evolved. It's still relevant. And one thing, I'm gonna go back to the Louis picture. By the way, another master move is to you have to make sure that you get to media that usually doesn't cover you. So the younger generation, I don't know if you're familiar with the series Stranger Things, Netflix, very popular, extremely popular. And in the last episode of the last season, there was a Metallica song that I'm sure it was not by coincidence. I'm sure it was well planted by Metallica on because the how do they say that? It's like the ambience, the circumstances of the series itself is in the 80s, and they had this hit in 1986, Master of Puppets. They play the song. They play the song in the episode, blow Generation Z's minds, and everyone was looking for that song. How cool is that song? That's a heavy metal song. And Generation Z discovered heavy metal thanks to a Netflix episode, and that works. That's how it works. That's what Harry and Meghan should have been doing. But no, what's the problem with Harry and Meghan? The problem with Harry and Meghan is that they are too self-aware. Oh my God, no, I have to do this. I cannot do. No, you have to be fun. You have to think about like not take yourself so seriously. Not take yourself so seriously. Oh my God, it's like spiritual guru is winning today. Oh my God, spiritual guru is on fire today. Spiritual guru Jesus Hassas Todger may still be frozen. It's reported Maxi put his nuts in the freezer. Part of her spiritual ritual. Oh my God, what am I doing reading this? I'm gonna get in trouble. Thank you, spiritual guru, for your or all your super chats tonight. All your super chats to that tonight. And JE, hello JE, thank you for again everyone to remember to subscribe. So that's I make these crazy connections, and these live streams are awesome because I can like make all these crazy connections in my head and share them with you because I know that they per se are so scattered that maybe they don't will not work. Finally, YouTube will not understand how to put those videos. How that he's talking about Megan and Metallica. How do I do that? What kind of mashup is that? YouTube will not understand how to put that. But if I talk about that on a live stream, close to 2,000 Royal Rogies, then we can talk about that. It's interesting. It's the same principles. You want to reach those younger generations. You want to take the same example, the same Metallica example. Try to not take yourself too seriously. Try to adapt to the times. Try to broaden your scope, your outreach, reach new public that doesn't listen to you yet. Okay, you have your hardcore fans that will be, I will be there like 10, 20 years, 30 years down the line. I don't know how long will be them we're working. I will be one there, okay, with my reservations. You know that I always advise you that you can admire some people, but there will always be a 10% of that person that maybe you don't agree with, or maybe you disagree completely with them. But it doesn't mean that there's not a 90% that you like that person and you admire from that person. So you have to keep both things in perspective. And at the same time, the people 90% of them you despise, there's a 10% that maybe you can use for yourself. That's always, maybe 10%, 5%, always works. Always works. Something you can always get something from everyone. So I admire Metallica in many ways, for example, but I have my reservations in some things from their lives that I don't agree with. That's normal, something that you have to take into account. I used to be a big fan of James Hetfield, maybe not that much now, or maybe not that fan, but I admire his career. I used to play like him, electric guitar, and I used to sing like him, like have this have he has a very particular voice because it's rather high pitched, but it's raspy at the same time. Has a great voice, by the way, one of the greatest voices of metal, and a great composer. I have to say that James Hetfield, great composer. Have to give that to the man. Oh, love me headbanging music. We are here, fellow metalheads. Louis was covering ears because of the loud flyover. All the kids were covering their ears. That's not, yeah, it was normal. It was normal. But let's talk about this picture. I want to talk about this picture that I had. This was part of the show that I did not have yesterday. I was talking about that. You see that you had that Heads Together initiative by the Royal Foundation. And, we have videos of Harry talking to William and Catherine, and we're talking about those struggles of mental health. And that's when you knew that he crossed that threshold, that he did not care at all about anything. He did not care at all about anything. He decided to sell his soul, sell his family. Thanks, Kathleen, for that comment. You're simply the best, from Tina Turner. Thank you. Oh my God, Tina Turner. I am already missing her. So many awesome songs. Let me see. Reading comments at the same time. It's just so Harry would lose all his hair if he had banged. Uh, yeah, Harry was much happier then. Harry was so much happier then. The problem is that he needed William. He needed William to keep him in check. But there is no justification that the moment William married Catherine and the moment George was born, it doesn't make sense Harry to claim all that how he felt. I have my doubts, but I I tried to defend Harry so many times, and I remember when I have defended Harry, and I don't feel okay with the times that I have defended Harry in the light of everything that has happened with him and with Mega Liar. That I don't think is right. But these were much simpler times, much more simpler times. I'm gonna go back to, let me see what can I. Okay, let me highlight this because I think we are getting to the end of tonight's live stream with 2,000 Royal Rogies. So many super chats. Thank you for all the support tonight. And do you agree that we have this chats every Sunday? Maybe it has worked really well. So many of you, so many of you. Let me see. It was a super chat here that I did not see. There was a super chat here. Yeah, no. Every super chat already. Yeah, much better. Just reading the super chats, reading your comments as well. Some of you complain that I don't read. I read your comments, and if you have a good comment, even if it's not a super chat, I'm gonna highlight it because why not? All right. Ok, Ruperto. Jesús, eres chingón con todo esto de los Royals. Ruperto de ser de México. I'm a huge fan. Off topic, can you talk a little about what technology you use? Camera and mixer and microphone. I use three things. I use a Lumix camera, Panasonic Lumix camera, GH6, a Rode USB mic, ROED, and the software that I use for the live stream for mixing everything is Ecamm software, which is only for Mac. If you use are on Windows, maybe you could use OBS streaming software, but I use Ecamm software which is really good for this. Works like a charm. I have no complaints, but it's only for Mac. So that's my gear. A 3-point light, very important. But if any of you want to start a channel, any of you want to start a podcast, the single most important thing is sound. It's the single most important thing, and one of the things that I've been really tried to. Okay, and all my mixing, by the way, now that you ask, Ruperto, is through this audio hijack. Yeah, audio hijack is the app with Waves plugins. Okay, you look at any YouTube video, Waves plugin, audio hijack for podcasting or live streaming, and you're gonna find like 10 guys. But it's that is the software that I use, and from that Ecamm and everything, we are here. My Royal Rogues, I see that you are voting. You are okay with the Sunday chats, Sunday live chats. We can start with a topic and then talk about whatever you suggest. I make sure to keep an eye on your comments. I had to thank you. I had to thank you wholeheartedly that you keep the comments civil, that you keep the comments respectful, and I have the best Rogues. The Royal Rogue has the best Rogues because Your comments are the best, are funny, are engaging. I would love to share so many of that, but I can share only so many of that. And I'm reading your comments, I'm talking about them, and I'm making these crazy connections and all those things that are fascinating to me: movies, music, pop culture, body language, human behavior, so many things that we can learn, and so much that we can learn from so many topics. And I am more than glad and more than happy that being here with you, sharing them and sharing this experience together. My pleasure to be here every day, whether it's a recorded video, a short video, or a live stream. In case you didn't, you arrived a little later. Now I'm publishing my usual 9-minute videos, and after my 9-minute videos, I am publishing the same topics but in shorts. So if you like one topic, one meme, or one joke, or one part of every video, you can look for the short so you can share exactly the short that you like the best. So that's also for you. And these live streams, I'm going to host shorter live streams, so maybe 20, 30 minutes tops. And these longer live streams will be on Sundays. Maybe it works. Maybe it works nicely. So, my Royal Rogues, my name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Royal Rogue. And until we meet on another video or another live, remember the two most important words: much love and bliss. Take care, because I love every single one of you. Bye bye.